Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Stone. So, continuing with our theme of revisiting, I guess, older deck ideas, I thought I would take a break from the whole mech theme and show you my Hobgoblin Priest. This was one of the few decks that I made after I think I was watching a YouTube video and somebody's opponent played one of these and I said, oh, that's kind of cool, and made a deck. This was a fun deck. I liked this deck. So when I saw that I had a deck list for it, I said, well, let's remake this to have some fun. This was based around Hobgoblin. It was kind of an interesting concept. I wish Hearthstone would have went more in this kind of random direction rather than kind of with the archetypes and everything like that. So, Hobgoblin's a 2/3 for 3. Whenever you play a 1 attack minion, give it +2/+2. That may not sound great. There's actually a lot of versatility with it, and in Wild, it's a theme that has been somewhat updated by the addition of new cards, or new 1 health minions, so to speak. So, this was the original deck, or my quote-unquote original deck. I did try to update this, and I'm not gonna say it didn't work, but it wasn't quite as fun. I don't know what the synergy was with this deck, but this deck was what am I trying to say? It was a lot of fun. You could win games pretty easy early game, mid game, late game, whatever. It just kind of depended on your draw and how you played, and yeah, what your opponent's deck was like and things like that. So, 1 Wisp, just 1, just because it's no cost and it's 1/1. Probably not gonna see a Wisp, or I should say, how often do you see a Wisp in a deck? Yes. So, pretty self-explanatory. This is when you have Hobgoblin on the board with some other things, and you're just looking for lethal, because this becomes a 3/3 for nothing, literally. So, not terrible. Light of Naru. Restore 3 health if the target is damaged. Summon a light well. Now, this is a bit strange, because if you were noticing, whenever you play a minion, the Light Warden is a 1/2. Whenever a friendly minion is healed, gain +2 attack. It does not synergize with Hobgoblin, and that is fine, because we are wanting to buff this with heals. So, it's just a little bit of different synergy. There are only 2 of these. So you have 27 other cards you can draw before you can draw this. Usually doesn't happen, but there were a few games. There's always that chance when you're trying to draw a specific card that you're not going to draw it. And as a result, your deck theme isn't going to work like you wanted it to. So, yeah, I think I threw this in here kind of playing around with it, and it's not a bad card for a priest. Not a bad card at all. I rarely see anybody playing Light Warden unless it's in some type of semi-constructed deck. 2 Northshire Clerics. They are 1/3s, so they synergize with Hobgoblin, and they draw upon heal. There's a theme of when you heal a minion, something happens. And I think maybe that was why this did so well, because it was kind of, you had dual themes, but they worked in similar ways. What's really nice is when you have a lot of one attack minions have high health, so you get some things on the board, they get damaged, you throw down Holy Nova, you heal everything up, you buff up your Light Warden, you draw a bunch of cards. Yeah, it's not bad. Stone Husk Boar. 1/1, obviously with charge. This is good whether it's buffed or not. Yeah, not too much to say there. A 1/1 that can become a 3/3 with charge is not bad. Annoyatron, a 1/2. This becomes even more annoying because it becomes a 3/4 if Hobgoblin's on the field with Divine Shield. So that seems self-explanatory there. I will learn to talk, I promise. Lightwell, just for, as I said, a lot of things don't have a lot of attack, so Lightwell helps keep you healed. It synergizes with everything else. At the time, healing for 3 was not too shabby. And it's still not, potentially, because this will heal anything. It'll heal you, it'll heal a minion, it'll heal anything. So, 2 Shadow Word Pain, just for removal. 1 Flying Machine and 1 Nomergard, Nomergan Infantry. The Flying Machine, because it has Wind Fury. Just 1, though. A 1/4 for 3 with Wind Fury is not great. 1 you can justify. 1 is fine. If it's not buffed, it can trade. I remember running into a lot of Murloc decks back when this was more in meta. So this is good with kind of keeping the board clear. Infantry. Charge and Taunt. This is really, actually, surprisingly, really good because of the charge. A 1/4 is not, it's not great even with Taunt. The charge, though, you get something on the board, you can kind of clear the board, and then you have just a little bit of a chunk blocker there, just to get through. Hobgoblin, of course. 2 Shadow Word Death, just for board clear. 1 Shadow Form, just 1. This is more kind of late game when you're trying to get lethal. Maybe you didn't draw everything you needed to, or maybe you got Hobgoblin out and it died, something like that, this can help win you the game, for sure. You don't always need to be healing yourself if you're in a game where healing yourself's just not helping, or you're kind of past that point. Yeah, this will definitely help win you the game. Just one. I don't necessarily think putting 2 in, because the second one's a 3-cost spell that gives you 1 additional attack. I don't really think it's worth it. I've usually only ran 1 of these cards when I've played them, and it's been enough. 2 Thought Steal, 2, and this can kind of go either way depending on how good your opponent's deck is, really. 2 Mogoshan Warden. This is where this deck starts to pick up steam, because suddenly this 1/7 with Taunt, which isn't bad. A lot of people played this back in the day. This was a card that saw a lot of play. A 7 health taunt is not bad. With 1 health is, you know, it is what it is. You're not really going to be damaging a lot. You're not really going to be attacking a lot, but that's fine. It's there to slow your opponent down. With Hobgoblin, this becomes a 3/9. Yeah. So if you can get this out with Hobgoblin, you've swung the game in your favor. You've set up to win, basically. There's certain cards in this deck, if you can get them on the field and get everything working like it's supposed to, yeah, you can win pretty easy. 2 Holy Nova, both for the damage and the heal. It's the healing comes in slightly more effective. It's slightly more useful in this deck than perhaps it is in others, because you have things you want healed for, buffs or to get an effect. So it's not just a matter of, oh, my opponent has things on the board, I'm going to use this and clear their board. You're also thinking, okay, do I need to damage something first so I can draw or buff something, or what am I doing? So it's kind of cool. I like when cards can kind of have that multi-versatility in that way. 1 Holy Fire, just 1. I usually, most priest decks I will run this, I will usually only run 1, because you really only need 1. 5 damage and 5 health is not bad at all. And 6/6 mana seems pretty balanced. So this is your late game trying to swing things back in your favor. So late game you tend to have fewer minions, because you're going to be wanting to play bigger minions. So this can help, not only do damage, but heal yourself a little bit, kind of, like I said, swing the game back in your favor. Light Bomb. This was me trying this out. This was me playing around with this. And with this deck, with minions that have higher health than attack, this is basically a board clear. This works great. Even with Hobgoblin, once things are buffed, their health is still higher than their attack. So this is great. Just 1, because I think I only had 1 at the time. And I really don't know that you want more than that because of the drawback. 1 does fine. So, Ragnaros and Juicera, the two most useful legendaries. Should everything else in this deck fail, should you either not draw Hobgoblin, or should it die, or should you run into some kind of annoying Murloc deck that takes out most of this, you have Ragnaros. and you have Ysera. So you have Ragnaros doing 8 damage to everything. And you have Ysera not only able to do damage, but giving you cards. Giving you minions, giving you spells, giving you... yeah. You can win just on the back of these two. If you play some of your spells right and everything like that. So, and then 1 mana control. I rarely find the need to run 2 of these because by turn 10, if mind controlling isn't going to win you the game, you're probably going to lose. Generally speaking. So, and for a 10 cost spell, you want to get something that's worthwhile. You know, you want to get a Ysera or you want to get a Ragnaros or something like that. You don't want to be stealing something that is a 5 cost minion or something like that, generally speaking. Because that's, at that point, it's kind of bad value. Yeah, but just 1, because you never know what can give you lethal. So let's play a game and see what happens. Kind of excited. This was perhaps one of my... I made this at a point where I was just kind of getting into playing with Priest. Where they were effective, I think, are a little more... I think you tend to remember those a little more than just your generic kind of decks you make later on.
Piranda versus Anduin. The light shall bring victory.
I like decks where you can try cards for, you know, new cards and be like, I like that, I don't like that. And then, you know, as you make another deck, you're like, oh, I like that card, I'm going to include this. And you come up with different decks, different theories, different ways you like to play. That's what I like about Hearthstone. That's why, not to sound like a broken record, that's why I don't like net decks, because they're all the same. It's all the same play style. I think I'm gonna, as much as I'd like to throw this out, I think I'm gonna wait. We want Hobgoblin Priest, so, or we want Hobgoblin. I am a priest, yes.
Are you my master?
Okay. I'm trying to remember if I played like an Oreotron just on curve, or if I tried to hold off for Hobgoblin.
You are the Shadow's puppet.
Okay, so he's got dragons. I can trigger this if I draw Ysera. She is the only dragon I have in my deck, though.
Tortola, preserve us!
That's unfortunate. If we have to play that, and so if we keep a fairly small board, at least until we get Hobgoblin out.
You are the Shadow's puppet.
And you know what, that's fine, because I can Shadow Word Death this and kill it, so he thinks he's like buffing this up to be invincible, and okay, they buffed each other, which is this what I want to do? If I play this and wait next turn, there's no guarantee this would be on the board next turn. No, I have to kill those buffs, I think. Yeah. Okay, that's a 4/4. We can try to deal with that. So I can always coin out Rag on turn 7. Yes, I still have the coin.
What was lost can be found again.
Oh dear. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Unfortunately, though, everything has inner fire on it now, so going to be coming up to a lot of bigger things, I would guess.
Meddlesome insects.
Well, he didn't get anything off that, didn't he? Nope. So I'm going to go ahead, take a chance, and play Rag. Okay. Does he have a way of killing my Rag? Okay, interesting. I did that in the wrong order. I should have played this first. Darn it. Okay. He did 16 damage for me, so... Okay. These inner fire priest decks were really annoying when this meta started, And I think that's GG, unfortunately. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to waste my time on something like this, so. GG.
It is finished. You win.
That was strange. I expected something different when you played the legendary, so. If he hadn't taken my rag, I could have maybe, I could have killed off his 5/5. Ray could have, got his 7/7. 13 health wasn't really drawing what I needed. So. Okay.
Alone give me strength.
Well, we're going to go ahead and keep him this turn. Unfortunately, we don't get the coin. So. And I have been seeing a lot of warlocks run Dark Bomb. So.
Job's done.
I want to try to get to turn 5. So. You typically don't want to play this by itself.
Get it out! Get it out!
Let's see what he has. I'm noticing
Get it out! Get it out!
one kind of problem, criticism that I'm seeing is that it's so easy for what do I want to do? You know what I want to do? Maybe not. It's so easy for decks to just steamroll right from the beginning. You really can't build up momentum. In every game. I think maybe that's what some people don't like. I've heard people say this Hearthstone is slow.
My shield for
And I can kind of see that. I don't really think it's slow though. It just kind of depends on how much you're thinking out your how much you are thinking out your turns. I think that's what maybe some people don't like is the pace of each game is somewhat dependent on what kind of deck you and your opponent have. Some games can be really fast if you're trying to rush down. Some games can be really slow if you're trying, board control. A lot of taunt decks out right now. Some games just take a little longer. I've played, 40 minutes one game. Fatigued. Both of us have fatigued. I mean, just some decks are just perfect counters to each other. So. Okay. That's what I wanted. I wanted to get his hand down as low as possible so I could set up for this. So now he's really going to see something here. This is why we have a wisp, folks. That is the most value you are ever going to get out of a wisp. I guarantee it. This is going to steamroll here. He's like, I don't know what to do now. See, look at him. He's just thinking. He's like, I don't know what to do now. He burned, I'm assuming what he was going to use to, when he used this, he burned his Forbidden Ritual, which is what a lot of people use to buff up their Darkshire Councilmen. So.
Put this apple on your head.
Okay. Now, what would really be nice is if I got a Holy Nova. I could show you some things.
The light protects me.
Almost out of time.
It's fine, I've got another one. See, he's not even worried about this. He's just worried about, yeah.
In the light's name.
Okay. Let's go ahead and kill that off. Okay. Thinking about using Shadow Form to try to clear some of this stuff off the board. Holy Nova would wipe this and put me at a real advantage, and with what I'm seeing him play, if I can get a Holy Nova. Nope. We can do that. Alright, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna heal. I'm gonna throw this out. And I'm gonna kill this. Okay. Enough of that nonsense. So now I feel like we're in a little better place to play this next turn. This is going to be tough. So, but with him throwing knives around, I mean, this is all pretty low DPS, so pretty low attack here. So.
I wonder.
The only thing I don't like about this is it's permanent for the rest of the game. I wish there was a way to like put it on cooldown for a turn and go back or something like that. Yeah, see, he's trying to burn me down because he knows something's coming. Ooh, and he burned his Doom Guard. Okay. He's burned a ton of removal already, so. Normally I tend to flood the board more once I get this out. So this is a little bit of a strange game. So what's he got? He's got 3 cards. He's awfully low on cards for being a warlock. So I really would like a Holy Nova because I could clear so much of this out.
possibilities.
Put this apple on your head.
Okay, but your board is 2, 4, 6. It's full, so you can't play anything else. Or he's going to clear his board for me. That's fine too. See the dark bomb or something? No. Oh, I see. Darn. Haha. Okay, see, this is okay. Oh, darn it. If I only had an Earthshare Cleric now. Okay, folks, here we go. Boom.
Goblins and gnomes.
Like I said, if you can get this on the board with the buff, you've swung things into your favor. This is one of those rare decks that can snatch victory from a losing game towards late game. I still have both legendaries, Greg and Ysera. I still have, unfortunately, this is my last Hobgoblin, which is not ideal. I'm really kind of hoping now I get something else to get the buff off of. That's going to die. So, okay. Don't know what the point of that was, but okay.
Goblins and gnomes.
See, he paid too much attention to trying to go face. And yeah, it's too many little minions. These kind of zoo decks just they're so common, you can tell now. And he had some good plays with Knife Juggler. I will grant him that, but okay, do I steal it or do I kill it? You know what? I'm close enough.
Is someone injured?
I'm gonna kill it. Just take See, like I said, when you can play Shadow Priest, Shadow Form, it
Well
it helps. It helps swing things in your favor. That's why I didn't say, "Oh, we're gonna lose," because it's like, no. If I can get the right cards. You still haven't seen the full potential of this yet, but of what this could do. So that's why I said I wish Hearthstone had went more in the direction of, okay, there's a bunch of 1 health minions in the game. We're going to give you this card that buffs them, and you're going to be able to do a bunch of random stuff.
Tyrande versus Malfurion.
My beloved Tyrande.
My dear Malfurion.
Haven't seen too many. Haven't seen too many druids in Wild so far, so. Now, no Shark Cleric I don't mind playing early on because it has card draw, so. You want that card draw if at all possible.
Beware of forest fires.
Happy Midsummer Festival.
I'm thinking if I want to play it or not. No, because if he has bite or something similar, he can kill that. So. Okay. Okay, this is good. With the coin, this is good. So potentially turn 4. I'd really like to get this out though. So turn 4 we can play everything, so to speak. We have some other things in the deck in our hand that we have some other things in our hand that can benefit from the buff. So this is good. I'm trying to think the best way to do this. Do I wait till turn 5 and play 2 Northshire Clerics, or do I wait until turn 4, coin out a Noyatron?
Pay attention, class.
What do I do? What do I do? I think he's playing this. So if he has spells, playing this really isn't going to do any good. So
Is someone injured? Is someone injured?
yeah. Granted, this can run this in and kill this, but yeah, this really wasn't going to be enough to stop it. So if I can draw, I can draw the other one, and we can really get things.
I wonder.
Things can get out of control here. So. Sometimes you have to sacrifice a minion
I wonder.
in order for the greater good. So, if I had played this and he had played a bunch of spells, killed this, and then ran that in like he just did, then I have a board of nothing. At least now I have a board of 2 things that can draw. They're 3/5. He has to have 10 damage to remove these. So.
Time waits for no one.
I am ready to learn.
Okay. If we were only a turn ahead. Ah, well, that helps too. Okay. So.
Right away. Right away. Right away.
Did I just screw that up? No.
Job's done.
Thinking maybe I should have killed this. I think I was thinking light bomb, and yeah. I guess I was thinking Holy Nova would wipe the board. I may have made a misplay. Hold on. Depends on what he does. I may or may not have made a misplay. He can't kill these, so I do have to be careful that I don't overmill myself, though.
I am ready to learn.
Okay.
I am ready to learn.
Okay.
Time waits for no one.
Okay. Is he going to kill off my... Of course you would. Okay. So now we will okay. I think that I don't feel like that was a misplay because he didn't go face. He only killed that one Northshire cleric. I still have one. I was in risk of milling myself, so he actually helped me. If he'd have just kept going face, that probably would have done more harm to me than killing that off. So I was actually sitting here debating that, like, well, I have these. I have 2 Light of Naru.
What to do?
I was debating on, do I run Shadow Test 4-inch so I don't heal and overmill, or what do I do? So I'm gonna say I think that may have been a misplay, but I think it may have worked out in my benefit. So that's unfortunate. I was hoping to have drawn a Hobgoblin at some point. So that is not a Hobgoblin. Well, I want to keep his armor down, so he's not doing a ton of damage. So I have a Holy Fire. I have both these Light of Naru, so we're darn. Well, the best thing to do would actually be just to let him attack me, because if I kill any of these, they summon 2/2s, so. And then there's that. Is that lethal? I think that may be lethal. Darn. No, but it's, yep, that's lethal. That's what I thought. That is disgusting.
It is finished. You win.
Case in point to what I was saying. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Not sure what that was.
Taranda versus Anduin. The light shall bring victory.
Gnome give me strength.
Looking forward to the fireworks.
Happy Midsummer Festival.
Okay. Okay, well that's a bit of a strange opening play. I had light ball, I would throw light ball out. Okay. Well, between that opening play and playing a basic card, I am. Dare I say I am encouraged?
What you want?
That's what I thought. I'm not going to buff it up and put inner fire on it.
The dark path is my destiny.
Okay. Just to keep his board down. In this deck, it's a bit of, or I should say with this deck, it's a bit of a disadvantage to play Holy Nova without getting the healing buff. But, okay, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go, okay. So, things like that, things like that, things like that. Let's go ahead and point that. Oh yeah, that just happened, dude. See, this is how this deck is supposed to work. Get Hobgoblin, flood the board. Now he's sitting there going, I don't know what to do. I have Ysera. I have a Shadow Word Death. I have a Holy Fire. Yeah.
Well played.
He's giving me cards. Can I play both? I can play both. Oh, this is great.
Right away.
Goblins and gnomes.
Thank you.
This is the type of games I remember having with this. Just flood the
Someone
board,
injured?
dominate. He's going to draw a card. Oh, he's going to heal me. So he draws a card. Okay. Alright.
Right away.
Goblins and gnomes.
You're only delaying the inevitable, dude. Yeah. Let's see, can anything be healed for 3? No. So. See, this is where it's great to get a Holy Nova, because everything gets healed. You draw a bunch of cards, and you just use Steamroll. Now, how he thinks he's going to kill this? Sorry, dude. He's staying alive in the strangest way possible, let me tell ya. I mean, I give him credit, he's trying to hang in there. Okay.
Well played.
I want a Holy Nova so bad.
You have been.
Darn. Okay,
Well played.
I'll take that. Okay, well, there you go, folks. There is my Hobgoblin priest. Played a few games, kinda. I feel like you kinda saw how it's supposed to work. So, surprised it still did as well as it did, with it being such an old concept and with all the new cards. That's the thing I've been finding in Wild, is there's enough new cards that some older deck ideas don't really quite work the same way as they did before, because there's new ways to counter them, obviously. So there you go, folks. Hope you enjoyed that, and thank you for watching.